Can I have some more juice? I'm still thirsty. Where can we go this weekend? Ah, I know. How about Sunset Beach? To start working in Hiroshima next week, Yuji moved from Chiba the day after graduation. I won't give David any more ice cream today. I gave him some after lunch.
Almost everyone at the bus stop is wearing a hat. Nancy already has a lot of striped t-shirts and animal t-shirts. Now she's buying another design. The girl's mother is painting a picture of herself.
Maria, let me get your water bottle.
Okay, mine has a cup on the top.
Does it have a big handle on the side?
No, but it has a strap. What about this animal one?
It's cute, but robots should be able to do more.
That's right, like the one that can clean the house.
Exactly, that's the best. Don't you need garbage bags?
No, they'll be provided. But maybe I'll need these.
Right, you could get pretty dirty.
And it's sunny today, so I should take this too.
Excuse me, where's the elevator?
Down there, next to the lockers across from the restrooms.
Is it all the way at the end?
That's right, just before the stairs.
Hello, Tina. What are you doing these days?
Hi, Mr. Corby. I'm busy rehearsing for a musical.
Really? When's the performance?
It's April 14th at 3. Please come.
I'd love to. Oh, no, wait. There's a teachers' meeting that day, and I can't miss it. But good luck.
Thanks.
Where do these boxes go?
Put them on the shelf in the back, and then put the cans in front of them, because we'll use the cans first.
How about these bags of flour and sugar?
Oh, just leave them on the counter. I'll put them in the containers later. I didn't know the meeting was canceled. Why didn't you tell me?
Didn't you see my email?
No, did you send me one?
I sure did. Can you check again?
Just a minute. There's definitely no email from you.
Uh-oh. I must have sent it to the wrong person.
I've decided to visit you next March.
Great. That's a good time. The weather should be much warmer by then.
That's good to hear. I hope it's not too early for the cherry blossoms.
Well, you never know exactly when they will bloom, but the weather will be nice.
Hey, did you get a ticket for tomorrow's baseball game?
Don't ask.
Oh no, you didn't? What happened?
Well, when I tried to buy one yesterday, they were already sold out. I knew I should have tried to get it earlier.
I see. Now I understand why you're upset.
Look! That's the famous actor, the one who played the Prime Minister in that film last year. I can't remember his name.
You mean Kenneth Miller?
Yes. Isn't that him over there?
I don't think so. Kenneth Miller would look a little older.
Oh, you're right. That's not him.
100 university students were asked this question. How do you spend most of your time outside of school? They were asked to select only one item from 5 choices. Going out with friends, playing online games, studying, working part-time, and other. The most popular selection was going out with friends, with 30% choosing this category. Exactly half that percentage of students selected working part-time. Playing online games received a quarter of all the votes. The third most selected category was studying, which came after playing online games.
We've discounted some DVD titles. Basically, the discount rate depends on their release date. The price of any title released in the year 2000 and before is reduced 30%. Titles that were released between 2001 and 2010 are 20% off. Anything released more recently than that isn't discounted. Oh, there's one more thing. The titles with a star are only 10% off regardless of their release date because they are popular.
I love. It's really funny you should say that. I don't know why it's not higher in the rankings. I've seen a lot of musicals, but none of them beats this one. It's pretty serious, but it does have one really funny part. It's performed only on weekdays.
You'll enjoy My Darling, Don't Make Me Laugh. I laughed the whole time. It's only been running for a month, but already has very high ticket sales. Actually, that's why they started performing it on weekends, too.
If you like comedies, I recommend Sam and Keith's Laugh Out Loud Adventure. My friend said it was very good. I've seen some good reviews about it too, but plan carefully because it's only on at the weekend.
Since you're visiting New York, don't miss You Put the Fun in Funny. It's a romance with a few comedy scenes. For some reason, it hasn't had very good ticket sales. It's staged every day of the week.
What is happiness? Can we be happy and promote sustainable development? Since 2012, the World Happiness Report has been issued by a United Nations organization to develop new approaches to economic sustainability for the sake of happiness and well-being. The reports show that Scandinavian countries are consistently ranked as the happiest societies on Earth. But what makes them so happy? In Denmark, for example, leisure time is often spent with others. That kind of environment makes Danish people happy, thanks to a tradition called hygge, spelled H-Y-G-G-E. Hygge means coziness or comfort, and describes the feeling of being loved. This word became well known worldwide in 2016 as an interpretation of mindfulness or wellness. Now, hygge is at risk of being commercialized. But hygge is not about the material things we see in popular images, like candlelit rooms and cozy bedrooms with hand-knit blankets. Real hygge happens anywhere, in public or in private, indoors or outdoors, with or without candles. The main point of hygge is to live a life connected with loved ones, while making ordinary essential tasks meaningful and joyful. Perhaps Danish people are better at appreciating the small hygge things in life because they have no worries about basic necessities. Danish people willingly pay from 30 to 50% of their income in tax. These high taxes pay for a good welfare system that provides free health care and education. Once basic needs are met, more money doesn't guarantee more happiness. While money and material goods seem to be highly valued in some countries, like the U.S., people in Denmark place more value on socializing. Nevertheless, Denmark has above-average productivity according to the OECD. Here's a graph based on OECD data. People in Denmark value private life over work, but it doesn't mean they produce less. The OECD found that beyond a certain number of hours, working more overtime led to lower productivity. What do you think?
Are you all right, Sho? What's wrong?
Hey, Jane. It turns out a native French-speaking host family was not available for my study abroad program in France.
So you chose a host family instead of the dormitory, huh?
Not yet. I was hoping for a native French-speaking family.
Why?
Well, I wanted to experience real spoken French.
Sho, there are many varieties of French.
I guess. But with a native French-speaking host family, I thought I could experience real language and real French culture.
What's real anyway? France is diverse. Staying with a multilingual family could give you a genuine feel of what France actually is.
You're right. But I still have the option of having a native speaker as a roommate.
In the dormitory? That might work. But I heard one student got a roommate who was a native French speaker and they never talked.
Oh, no.
Yes, and another student got a non-native French-speaking roommate who was really friendly.
Maybe it doesn't matter if my roommate is a native speaker or not.
The same applies to a host family.
Hey, Kate, you dropped your receipt. Here.
Thanks, Yasuko. It's so huge for a bag of chips. What a waste of paper.
Yeah, but look at all the discount coupons. You can use them next time you're in the store, Kate.
Seriously, Luke? Do you actually use those? It's so wasteful. Also, receipts might contain harmful chemicals, right, Michael?
Yeah, and that could mean they aren't recyclable.
See? We should prohibit paper receipts.
I recently heard one city in the U.S. might ban paper receipts by 2022.
Really, Yasuko? But how would that work? I need paper receipts as proof of purchase.
Right, I agree. What if I want to return something for a refund?
If this becomes law, Michael, shops will issue digital receipts via email instead of paper ones.
Great!
Really? Are you okay with giving your private email address to strangers?
Well, yes.
Anyway, paper receipts are safer, and more people would rather have them.
I don't know what to think, Luke. You could request a paper receipt, I guess.
No way. There should be no paper option.
Luke's right. I still prefer paper receipts.
When does our club get together today? At 3? I'd like to wear a red tie to work, but I only have blue ones. Would you tell me Kevin's email address, please? I baked Yoko's birthday cake, but I haven't finished wrapping her present yet, so I'll be late for her party.
This sign says you can swim here, but you can't camp or barbecue. The chef is telling the waiter to take both plates to the table. The park is not as far from the station as the cafe is. Can you take the cups off the table and put the books there instead?
Done. Shall I close the window?
Leave it open.
Yeah, we need some fresh air. Let's stay near the beach.
But I'd rather be near the shopping mall.
What about the hotel between the zoo and the mall?
Great, and it's across from the park. How about the hamburger lunch?
Actually, I'm trying to save money this month.
Perhaps the chicken lunch is better then.
Well, I don't want salad, so this one's perfect. Who's the boy with the dog, Ayaka?
My nephew. Next to him is his twin sister.
Is the woman next to her your sister?
No, she's my aunt, Tomo.
What would you like to do after graduation?
Travel. But first I'm going to deliver newspapers until I save enough to go around the world. And you?
I want to be a famous writer someday, but right now I need money too. Maybe I can work for a magazine.
Hey, Paul. I saw the funny photo you posted on your blog yesterday.
What? I posted that by mistake, but I thought I deleted it.
No, you didn't. It's still on your blog.
Are you serious, Karen? That's really embarrassing. I don't want people to see that photo of me.
I like both the blue one and the black one. How about you?
I see the blue car, but where's the black one? Do you mean that dark green one with the white seats?
Yes. Do you like that one?
Well, it's okay, but I like the other one better.
You're Mike Smith, aren't you?
Hey, Jane Addams, right?
Yes. I haven't seen you for ages.
Wasn't it 5 years ago, when our class graduated?
Yes, almost 6.
Well, I'm glad you recognize me. I haven't changed?
No, I recognized you immediately. You haven't changed your hairstyle at all. The textbook is sold out at the bookstore. Do you know where I can get one?
Actually, I didn't buy mine. I got it from Peter. He took the same course last year.
So, who else took that course?
Alex.
Yeah, but I know he gave his book to his sister.
Good morning. My flight's been cancelled. I need to stay another night. Is there a room available?
Yes, but not until this afternoon. If you come back later, we'll have one ready for you.
What time?
About 3 o'clock?
Okay. I'll go out for lunch and come back then.
Here are the average summer and winter temperatures of 4 cities in North America: Columbus, Hopeville, Lansfield, and Rockport. The temperature of Lansfield in the summer was much higher than I expected, the highest in fact. By comparison, Rockport had a much cooler summer than Lansfield and experienced the coldest winter among the 4 cities. Columbus was a bit cooler than Rockport in the summer, while its winter was a few degrees warmer. Hopeville changed the least in temperature and was just a bit cooler than Lansfield in the summer.
Attention, please. There are some changes to the regular bus schedule. The A2 bus leaving for City Center is canceled. Those passengers going to City Center should now take the C10 bus to Main Street. It'll continue on to City Center after leaving Main Street, which takes 10 additional minutes. The A6 bus, which goes to City Center, is running normally. Finally, the B7 bus to Eastern Avenue will leave half an hour late. We're sorry for any inconvenience.
Our hotel's internship focuses on creating a new website. The work will be done in late August. Interns will help set up the website, which should take about half a month. You can stay at our hotel or come from home.
The internship at our language school starts in early summer when the exchange program starts. Many international students visit us, so we need to help these students get around. Interns should stay at the dormitory for about 10 days while assisting with the program.
Public library interns help with our reading programs. For example, they prepare for special events and put return books back on the shelves. Interns must work for more than 2 weeks. You can join any time during the summer, and housing is available.
We are a software company looking for students to help develop a smartphone application. They are required to participate in brainstorming sessions starting on the 15th of July and are expected to stay until the end of August. Participants should find their own place to stay.
Okay, what is blue carbon? You know, humans produce too much CO2, a greenhouse gas. This creates problems with the Earth's climate. But remember how trees help us by absorbing CO2 from the air and releasing oxygen? Trees change CO2 into organic carbon, which is stored in biomass. Biomass includes things like leaves and trunks. The organic carbon in the biomass then goes into the soil. This organic carbon is called green carbon. But listen, plants growing on ocean coasts can also take in and store CO2 as organic carbon in biomass and soil, just like trees on dry land do. That's called blue carbon. Blue carbon is created by seagrasses, mangroves, and plants in saltwater wetlands. These blue carbon ecosystems cover much less surface of the Earth than is covered by green carbon forests. However, they store carbon very efficiently, much more carbon per hectare than green carbon forests do. The carbon in the soil of the ocean floor is covered by layers of mud and can stay there for millions of years. In contrast, the carbon in land soil is so close to the surface that it can easily mix with air and then be released as CO2. Currently, the blue carbon ecosystem is in trouble. For this ecosystem to work, it is absolutely necessary to look after ocean coasts. For example, large areas of mangroves are being destroyed. When this happens, great amounts of blue carbon are released back into the atmosphere as CO2. To avoid this, ocean coasts must be restored and protected. Additionally, healthy coastline ecosystems will support fish life, giving us even more benefits. Look at this graph, which compares blue and green carbon storage. Notice how much organic carbon is stored in each of the 4 places. The organic carbon is stored in soil and in biomass, but in different proportions. What can we learn from this?
What are you doing, Bob?
I'm writing a letter to my grandmother.
Nice paper. But isn't it easier just to write her an email?
Well, perhaps. But I like shopping for stationery, putting pen to paper, addressing the envelope, and going to the post office. It gives me time to think about my grandma.
Uh-huh. But that's so much trouble.
Not really. Don't you think your personality shines through in a handwritten letter? And it makes people happy. Plus, it has cognitive benefits.
What cognitive benefits?
You know, handwriting is good for thinking processes, like memorizing and decision-making.
Really? I'm a more fluent writer when I do it on a computer.
Maybe you are, but you might also sacrifice something with that efficiency.
Like what?
Well, mindfulness for one.
Mindfulness?
Like taking time to do things with careful consideration. That's being lost these days. We should slow down and lead a more mindful life.
Speaking of mindful, I wouldn't mind some chocolate chip ice cream.
Hey, Kenji, did you vote yet? The polls close in 2 hours.
Well, Brad, who should I vote for? I don't know about politics.
Seriously? You should be more politically aware.
I don't know. It's hard. How can I make an educated choice? What do you think, Alice?
The information is everywhere, Kenji. Just go online. Many young people are doing it.
Really, Alice? Many?
Either way, you should take more interest in elections.
Is everybody like that? There's Helen. Let's ask her. Hey, Helen.
Hello, Kenji. What's up?
Are you going to vote?
Vote? We're only 20. Most people our age don't care about politics.
Being young is no excuse.
But unlike older people, I'm just not interested.
Come on, Helen. Let's just talk. That might change your mind.
Brad's right. Talking with friends keeps you informed.
Really? Would that help?
It might, Kenji. We can learn about politics that way.
So, Kenji, are you going to vote or not?
Is my one vote meaningful?
Every vote counts, Kenji.
I'll worry about voting when I'm old. But do what you want.
Okay, I'm convinced. We've got 2 hours. Let's figure out who to vote for.
Look, what a cute panda.
Which one?
He's lying on his stomach like he's sleeping.
Oh, I see him. He's kind of hidden behind the rocks. The flight at 7:30 is 15,000 yen.
That's too early.
The 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. flights are both 17,000.
It's a bit more, but I'll take the afternoon one. Is the brochure ready?
We have the text and photos. All we need is Dylan's illustrations.
Will he send them in time?
Hopefully. Oh, we also need Pedro's recipe. I'm worried about the opening remarks at the party tomorrow.
I heard Jim will do that.
He said he'll be late. Would you mind taking his place?
Not at all. You have so many DVDs.
I have 100 here, but it's only half of my collection.
Wow, that's a lot.
Actually, I'm thinking of ordering 20 more. The salmon catch was lower again in 2018.
Yes, it's been a continuous trend in recent years.
Well, not in 2016.
Right. That year was an exception.
This muffin is delicious. What's in it?
Well, I baked them with fresh blueberries and walnuts.
I notice another flavor too. What is it? Good afternoon, Seaside Medical Clinic. How may I help you?
My son has been sick since this morning. Can the doctor see him sometime today?
Well, how about 3 o'clock?
Okay. Thanks for your great ideas. How about lunch?
I wish I could, but I've got an important meeting.
Oh, too bad. Anyway, I really appreciate your help. I may have left my wallet on the table. It's brown leather. I just had lunch here.
I'll check with the manager. What's your name?
John Smith. Does it take you long to come to school?
Yeah, about an hour by train.
Really? That's tough. How do you get to the station? What are you reading?
A novel by an American writer. It's pretty famous, but a little long and complicated.
Do you think it's worth reading?
You got 90 on your test, Yuto. Well done.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hayashi. Actually, I wanted a perfect score.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I just came from the grocery store, and they charged me for a shopping bag.
Didn't you know? Some supermarkets do that.
What for?
They want you to bring your own bag to reduce waste.
Oh, I see. It's a good idea.
Yeah, think about the environment. What did you do at the weekend workshop?
Let's see. Oh, I went to the Stacy Jones lecture.
Oh, did you get anything out of it?
Yeah. Basically, she said you need to find your passion in order to experience happiness.
Interesting. Have you found yours?
Yeah, eating good food.
Excuse me, where's the computer lab?
Ah, in the next building on the 4th floor.
Oh, so I climbed these stairs for nothing?
Yeah, people make this mistake all the time. Don't worry. There's a connecting bridge on this floor.
Great. And then just one floor up?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, take a look at these ads for part-time jobs. You haven't got one yet, have you?
No, not yet. Is there anything good?
They're all interesting. How about delivering pizza?
I love pizza, but I don't have a license.
Too bad. Then how about this? Do you have any experience?
That's nice. And I have served at a cafe before.
So that's a possibility. What about the other ones?
Well, I have a bike. Ah, dog walker. What is that?
Just what it says. You take someone's dog for a walk.
They pay people for that? Well, my family has only had cats, so...
Tough luck. Still, it looks like there are 2 jobs suited for you. What about your schedule?
Well, I have soccer practice every weekday afternoon and on Saturday mornings.
Ah, so I guess that narrows your choices.
The way cultures relate to tea and time is interesting. As an American teacher with experience in both Japan and Nepal, I have noticed similarities and differences concerning tea and time. Both countries have a tea culture. Tea is a part of most meals and a popular drink enjoyed throughout the day. It is also often served at meetings. On the other hand, their views of time are quite different. For example, in Japan, trains and buses generally arrive and leave on time and run according to schedule. I thought this happened everywhere. Working in Nepal, however, showed me that concepts of time could be quite different. Buses did not run on a schedule. They moved only when they were filled with passengers. As another example, I would arrive at school ready to teach, but found myself first having tea with the principal. The lesson started late, but it seemed that the time schedule was not as important as our morning tea and chat. In Japan, I think we would have kept to the schedule and had tea after class. But working in Nepal taught me the value of building the bonds of smooth, lasting relationships over tea.
Hi, David. Hi, Amy. What's up?
Hey, Mark. I was just telling Amy about my guitar lessons.
Oh, yeah? How are they going?
Actually, I'm thinking about quitting. They aren't cheap, and my teacher's kind of strict. But even more than that, they're so boring. She makes me practice the same thing over and over to get it right. That's all we do. Amy thinks I should continue, though. Right, Amy?
That's right. Your teacher knows what you need to do to make progress. You should trust her. If she thinks you should start with the basics, she's probably right.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just not enjoying myself. When I decided to play the guitar, my dream was to have fun playing music with my friends. I want to learn how to play some songs. I don't need to know everything, just enough so I can start enjoying myself.
I see what you mean, David. If you played in a band, it would increase your motivation to practice. It's a lot of fun playing with other people. I suppose you could quit your lessons and teach yourself how to play.
I think if you're really serious about learning to play the guitar, you should continue taking lessons. Your teacher will show you the right way to play. If you quit and try to learn on your own, you might develop bad habits that will be hard to change later. It may not be fun now, but just imagine how good you'll be in a few years.
You know what? Maybe you should stick with it. You can always put together a band while taking lessons.
Good idea. That way, I can practice what I learn from my teacher. Are either of you interested in starting a band?
I checked your design for the team uniform.
Thanks. Should I make all the letters capital?
I don't think so, but why don't you add our logo?
That's cool. How much should I budget for my trip?
Well, the airfare will be between 25 and 30,000 yen.
What about for food, hotels, and other stuff?
Probably 10 to 20,000. What are you doing today?
I'm working at the wheelchair basketball championship.
Awesome. Are you assisting the players?
Not this time. I'll be helping people park their cars. Why don't we pick our cat's name from Swahili?
Yeah. How about Amani? It means peace.
Sounds good. What's beauty, by the way?
Uzuri. It's a bit difficult to pronounce, though. We've got $8 for fruit.
We need to get a pineapple. They're $4 each.
Definitely. And some oranges.
2 for $1. Let's buy as many as we can. How much of our county's grain production is rice?
25%. Half as much as corn.
How about wheat?
About a third of rice.
Let's go out for a bite after school.
I wish. I have way too much homework to finish by tomorrow.
Ah, okay. Maybe next time.
I can't get used to typing on a keyboard.
I know. We always use our smartphones.
We should practice keyboarding for the computer class. Naomi, is this a picture of you?
No, that's my sister, Melissa.
Oh, I didn't know you had a sister.
Honey, will you open the door for me? My hands are full.
Okay, hold on.
Could you hurry up? My arms are starting to hurt. Excuse me, can I hand in my documents here?
I'm sorry. Those go to the office over there.
Where? The office at the end of the hall? Oh no, I can't find my bicycle key.
Where did you see it last?
I can't remember. I may have dropped it on the way to class.
Do you have a moment? I'd like to talk about our new plans.
All right. Why don't we have a meeting later today?
Great. Say 5 then?
What are all those people doing at the arrival gate?
They're waiting for a famous baseball player.
Really? Let's check it out.
No way. I don't want to fight the crowds.
Oh, come on. Maybe we can get an autograph.
You go ahead. I'll wait right here. Norifumi, could you take the dog for a walk?
Oh, Mom, I went yesterday. Can't you ask Sachiko today?
Honey, she's still at school. Please?
Oh, all right. After this program is over.
Promise?
Yes.
Okay. And be sure to take her to the park, not just around the block.
I saw a new Italian restaurant on the way home today. We should try it someday.
How about tonight?
Well, I checked, but they're totally booked until 9.
Oh, that's too late.
But I feel like pizza. Let's go to our usual place.
Okay, let me get my purse.
Okay, let's plan our visit to the nature reserve. Remember, our 2 classes shouldn't do the same activity at the same time.
Yeah, but let's try to cover as many different activities as possible.
Good idea. Our students can share their notes and make presentations to each other next week.
Well, I think everyone should hear the ecosystem lecture. So, which class should take the morning lectures?
Could yours? I want my class to do data collection and a workshop in the morning. My students are interested in survival skills, so they will do data collection first.
Okay, sure. In the afternoon, my class will cover the other workshop and data collection.
Great.
Who's doing the nature walk? It's possible to get back in time for the ecosystem lecture.
You guys go ahead. I want my class to hear all 3 lectures. We'll get some exercise during lunch break.
When I entered university, my parents decided that I should have a credit card. They explained to me that this was a big responsibility and that I should only use it in an emergency. When I went shopping with my friends, however, I found that using a credit card was just too easy. I started to buy things I didn't need, and I was in danger of spending all the money in my bank account. I decided that I had to find some way to slow down my credit card use. I eventually came up with a very clever idea. After carefully wrapping my credit card in plastic so it wouldn't get damaged, I put it in a bowl of water. I then put this in the freezer and left it. Eventually, it was frozen inside a big block of ice. If I wanted to use my credit card, I had to take it out of the freezer and wait for the ice to melt. While I waited, I could consider again whether or not I really needed to buy that item. My crazy spending stopped. But beyond that, I also realized I needed to develop more self-control to manage my spending.
Hey, Anna. Hi, Steve. Have you noticed how many matcha-flavored foods are available everywhere these days? Even outside Japan. It's a very popular flavor in snacks, sweets, and noodles, too.
Now that you mention it, you're right, Mamiko. When I was in the U.S. last year, I found coffee shops with green tea drinks and grocery stores selling tea bags and many matcha-flavored sweets. It's a new flavor, but what's so special about it?
You know, I think Japanese food in general is quite popular worldwide because it's considered healthy. So I can see how Japanese tea, and in particular matcha, which is stronger, might have increased health benefits.
Well, I'm not so sure it's healthy. I think that some matcha-flavored snacks and sweets contain very little matcha, but more sugar and artificial flavors. That can't really be good for you.
Right. I see your point, Mamiko. It's hard to know if many so-called superfood products, like those containing matcha or kinako, are actually beneficial. What do you think, Steve?
I see what you're both saying, but still, these products might not be so popular if they weren't actually good for you. They are marketed as healthy, so they probably are.
Okay. I suppose we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think will be the next trendy flavor from Japan?
Well, I've seen a lot of ginger-flavored snacks lately, so...
But maybe something like ume? It's such an appealing flavor and can be used in all sorts of things.
My guess is yuzu.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not so sure.
We need an idea for a new cartoon character.
I agree. How about a vegetable?
That sounds okay, but for a stronger impact, give it wings to fly.
Good idea. What's the plan for our trip?
Rome for 5 days and 2 or 3 days in either Vienna or Istanbul.
I'd prefer Vienna. Let's stay there for 3 days.
Sure. I went surfing and fishing over the summer.
I wish I had. I went hiking, though.
I also played golf with some friends.
Really? So did I. Where's the salt we took on the picnic?
Maybe on the kitchen table or by the toaster?
I checked there. By the sink, too.
Oh, I didn't put it back.
We'd like to reserve this tennis court.
The hourly rate is 1,000 yen before 12 and 2,000 yen in the afternoon.
We'll need it from noon till 2 p.m.
Okay. More members are against our proposal than for it.
But many haven't decided yet.
Right. There's still some hope of getting a majority.
Let's try to persuade them.
Hey, are you okay? You seem depressed.
I dropped my smartphone at the station and the screen cracked.
Oh no! Didn't you drop your phone a few months ago?
I'm thinking about asking the boss for 10 days off from next week.
We're quite busy now. I think it might be difficult.
My wife really wants to go abroad.
We have a chance to hear a talk by a diplomat from Germany next week.
Right here? In our school auditorium?
Yes, it's free. There are still some seats left.
Hey, you're walking so slowly. We'll be late for the game.
But the traffic light has started to flash.
Come on, we can make it if we run.
Remember, tonight is a surprise party for Shota at my house.
Okay, I'm planning to study at the library until 7, so...
Actually, the party starts at 6.
Hello, ABC Pizza. Can I take your order?
I'd like a large seafood pizza delivered.
Okay. By the way, customers who pick up their order receive 20% off.
Sir, where can I get the night bus?
Continue on this train to the final station. The bus stop is right above it.
Thanks. Is it easy to find?
There you are. Have you been waiting long?
Yes, for 30 minutes. Where have you been?
Well, I was waiting on the other side. I didn't see you, so I came around here.
I've been calling your phone, but I couldn't get through.
Sorry, my battery died. Anyway, I'm here now.
How do you like this traditional fabric I bought in India?
It's beautiful. I love the design. What are you going to do with it?
I want to have a skirt made for my wife.
Oh, I have a friend who could help you.
Really? That sounds great. Shall we take a break?
Good idea.
Do you want coffee or tea?
What kind of tea do you have?
I have green tea and lemon ginger.
Lemon ginger sounds good.
Well, actually, I think I need some coffee.
You know, on second thought, I'll have the same.
Morning. One adult, please.
That'll be $20 for the permanent exhibitions, and...
What are the permanent ones?
One is Greek and Roman art, and the other is the Age of Dinosaurs. The two special exhibitions cost extra.
What are they?
Butterflies of the Amazon and East Asian pottery.
Maybe I'll go to both of them.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention that the butterfly exhibition is closed today.
Too bad. Then I guess I'll check out the Greek sculptures first.
They're in the Greek and Roman art section, but it's not open yet. However, you might enjoy the dinosaur exhibition. There's a lecture in 15 minutes.
Good. I'll do that.
You can see the sculptures after the dinosaurs. The special exhibition on East Asian pottery is nice too.
Okay. I'll go there before the sculptures. Can I pay by credit card?
Sure.
I sat nervously on my bicycle. My brothers, Brad and Mark, were holding on to the handlebars and seat on both sides. I gripped the handles. This was my first time riding without the training wheels. I was scared but ready. My friends could no longer tease me for not being able to ride a bicycle. My brothers assured me that they would not let go. They both shouted, "Ready, set," and smiled at each other. At that moment, I realized that they had a plan. They shouted, "Go!" and pushed me forward. Then suddenly, they let go of the bicycle. I screamed. I was pedaling hard, but had no control. In horror, I saw our neighbor's garage up ahead and closed my eyes tightly. Crash! I hit the garage. I found myself on the ground with my head spinning. I was confused, but unhurt. My brothers ran to me and helped me up, but they were laughing so hard that they were in tears. I was also in tears, but not because I thought it was funny. Growing up as the only girl with two older brothers was hard, but this experience taught me to be strong and not to give up.
Hi, Nicholas. How are you?
Hey, Ken, I'm good. I was just telling Janet that I'm thinking about getting a new pet, a dog, and she was giving me some advice. She thinks I should go to the animal shelter, you know, the place where they take animals that are wild or are not wanted. Right, Janet?
Yeah, I think Nicholas should adopt one of the dogs from the shelter. They are usually given away, and most importantly, all the dogs need a new home and family to love them. But I'm not sure that Nicholas thinks it's a good idea.
Well, Janet, I think it's a kind thing to do, but if I get one from the pet store, I can be sure that it's healthy. I also worry that shelter dogs might have some kind of problem. They might bite people or bark too much. What do you think, Ken?
Yeah, I agree. That might be why they were abandoned.
Not necessarily, guys. I think many dogs in shelters are well trained, but unfortunately had to be given up because their families had to move to places that don't allow pets.
Right. But many of the dogs at the shelter are older, and I want a puppy. They're really cute when they're young.
Well, you might have a better chance of getting a puppy at a pet store, but sometimes there are unwanted puppies taken to shelters as well. And the shelter will make sure that the dogs they give away are in good health.
Yeah, and dogs can also be quite expensive in pet shops. Why don't we all go to the shelter downtown after school today and take a look? What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess we could. The title should not be in 3 lines.
Okay, and what about the palm trees?
Put them on the left rather than on the right.
Got it.
How many people have bought tickets for the event so far?
40.
Really? That's it? In that huge hall?
Yeah, it can hold 3 times as many people as that.
Was your train very crowded?
Not at all, but it was way behind schedule.
Was there an accident?
I don't know. The announcements didn't say there was. Will you go to Laos on your trip?
Only if there's enough time after Thailand.
How about Cambodia or Vietnam?
I've been to Cambodia before, but I'll think about Vietnam.
The total number of participants will be 12.
And each person gets 2 plastic cups?
Yes, 1 for breakfast and 1 for lunch.
Well, these packages have 6 cups each. In 2018, there was less rainfall than usual in September.
And in October?
Yes, it also rained less than usual.
But more than in September, I see.
We'll change from the local train to the monorail at about 12, right?
Let me see. I'm checking the monorail schedule online now.
Do we have enough time to transfer?
What are these sticking out of your dictionary?
I use them whenever I look up a word.
Great idea. It must help you remember new words. Oh no, it's Tuesday already. I missed the trash collection.
Good morning, Tom. What were you saying?
Oh, the garbage trucks just left and now I missed it again.
Excuse me, is it possible to return this? Here's the receipt.
Of course. No problem. May I ask the reason?
I don't like this color on me. Hello, front desk? I'm in room 302 and the TV doesn't work.
Did you check the main power switch on the side of the monitor?
Yes, it's on. Good afternoon. We'll get started as soon as everyone is here.
Tom and Kate are on their way. They'll be here soon.
That leaves 2 more.
Mom, can you help me put this table together?
Sure. What would you like me to do?
Can you read the instructions to me?
Are you interested in joining a Portuguese language club?
Well, I haven't studied Portuguese in a while.
Don't worry. My friend from Brazil has a lot of teaching experience.
Really? I'm not so sure.
Come on, it'll be totally casual.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Here's a little something for you, honey.
Wow, you remember this year.
How could I forget? You're a half-century old today.
Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry. Go ahead. Open it.
What could it be?
I hope you like it.
A diamond ring! I love it! Look at this poster. I really want to see this musical. Do you want to go?
Okay. When?
It starts today. What about tomorrow?
Friday's not good. But I'm okay on Saturday.
Oh, I have to work. How about the day after that?
Sounds good. Call me later?
Okay. Have you filled in the request form?
Yes, but I'm not sure about which rooms to reserve.
Right. Let's look at the room chart.
Sure. We'd like a large room for the dance show, but we don't know how many people will come. Maybe 100 at most?
So, a little bit larger than that.
This one?
Uh-huh. And you'd like the 4th floor rooms on Sunday for the dance-along?
Yeah, they all look good. Well, not 405, though. We need to make enough space for everyone to dance.
Of course. Oh no, 402 and 404 are booked all day.
Too bad. How about the 3rd floor?
Those rooms are available, but the Wi-Fi on the 3rd floor is rather unstable. Is that okay?
We absolutely need Wi-Fi for tango, so we'll move hula to the 3rd floor.
After high school, I went to a university that was far away from home. I could only visit my friends and family every 6 months. Of course I missed them, so I started using social media. It enabled us to keep in touch with each other. When I was in my 2nd year of university, a friend in my hometown and her husband had a baby girl. The very same day, I was able to see pictures of their daughter. A year later, on my dorm room computer, I watched a live video of her taking her first steps. What had the biggest impact on me, however, was following my sister's adventures while she studied abroad in Spain. I hate to say it, but I started to feel envious of them because their lives seemed so perfect. This is one of the problems with social media. People only post the good things that happen to them, and without thinking about it, we compare ourselves to them. Social media allowed me to experience things I otherwise would have missed. However, it is also necessary to be aware of all the good things in our own lives.
Hi, Bella. Nina and I were just talking about how excited we are about our ski trip this coming January.
Me too. But I'm worried whether my body can handle skiing for 2 weeks. I'm stretching every day to improve my flexibility, but I don't think it's enough.
Why don't we start an exercise program to help us prepare?
That's a great idea, Nina. But what do you recommend? Should we focus on muscle strength or stamina?
Well, I think the most important thing is to improve our stamina. We'll be skiing on some of the most challenging mountains in Canada. If we're not well conditioned, we'll run out of energy quickly. What do you think, Jason?
Exactly. I think we should start jogging, maybe 5 kilometers a day, and gradually work our way up to 10. What do you think, Bella?
I agree, but I think we should also focus a little on strength. If our legs aren't strong enough, we won't be able to make sharp turns or stop quickly. It's good to be able to ski all day, but if we get injured, our trip will be over. If we only focus on stamina, we won't have enough muscle.
I guess so. Nina, do you have any suggestions for building up strength?
Well, in addition to the jogging, maybe every other day we could do weight training. I recommend squats. That'll really make our legs stronger.
Bella, are you okay with Nina's idea?
I think every other day is too much. We have only 6 months before our trip, and I think stamina has to be our priority. What do you say, Nina?
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's go running on Mondays and Fridays, and then go to the weight room on Wednesdays. This would give us the best mix of stamina and strength.